Guys, we have got ourselves a banger of a series ahead of us here. It is Lorimbo versus Captain Alex. Now, this is, guys, a best of 7, and we are heading into game number 1. This is Infernal versus Celestials. I know that these guys have not played almost at all since the patch, I believe they've said. Don't know if that was some tricky mind games, perhaps. But Jagged Maw, map number 1 here. Alrighty, everybody. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Jagged Maw, it is the Infernal players, Lorimbo. Okay, boys, here's the deal. Good luck, have fun. Alex is generous. We have some chat happening already. Look at this. Donate me his winnings if he wins. Say thank you to Alex. Thank you, Alex. Everybody say thank you, Alex. And in the top right corner, it is his opponent apparently agreed to donate all of his winnings. So that's very nice of him. It is the Celestial player, Captain Alex. All right, now we see the Vector Rush is still alive and well, apparently. All right, both players doing a bit of a cheeky opener here. So Lorimbo moving out with this first imp here. I would imagine that this is going to continue to be the Shroud Zone. But again, guys, remember the collection array, 800 HP, up from 500, which is not only an HP increase, but remember, armor affects your effective HP. Have I done the math with this? No, I haven't. And immediately, here we are. The Vector is on the map. It does have lower movement speed, so we can see that here. This thing looks way slower than before. But I think this game, though the health camp has been reduced in how much HP it heals, I do think that this is going to affect who can take this health camp here. Captain Alex trying to outrun the skull. He is going to blink away. He does manage to get the leaf. But these first two fiends are actually being able to bully this Vector quite out of position here. And Lorimbo now going to try to claim the creep camp. Is this a mistake, though? I have to wonder. He's trying to go for this early game advantage here. Captain Alex helping kill these creeps. And by helping, I mean actually stealing those resources there. But we have this very strange, somewhat awkward exchange happening here. This Vector, though, getting really knocked down. The other Vector kind of snoozing in the middle of the map here. And if Lorimbo can actually take this first creep camp here, I think this is going to be a big deal. Meanwhile, back at home, guys, Power Bank is under attack. It is going to go down. Collection Array was able to float away, so the Prism is fine as well. But I like this positioning here from Lorimbo because this actually denies the Therium mining. Now, back on this side of the map. We have a lot of things happening, guys, so I'm trying to keep up here. Already one Vector down here. I mean, this strategy just looks so much worse than it did in the past. Lorimbo fairly easily, I would like to say, has handled these first couple of Vectors. He's taken the health camp. Now, he did lose his Hexen by the look of things. Okay, all the leaves on the map are now gone, though. So this is the healing for Captain Alex kind of depleted, but he might be able to steal. Yeah, he's going to actually go for this cap, this map capture here. But there's already a couple of fiends on the way here. Oh, and it actually gets the Vector in there. Now, it does still have its blink, of course, so nothing too crazy to worry about here. Lorimbo, though, maybe a little too aggressive on the map currently. Captain Alex now able... Oh my god, did he just lose the Arc for... He did. He just lost his Arc ship. Wait, that... No, he didn't. Okay. I thought for sure. I was like, that's crazy. Alright. He's alive. He's fine. Sovereign's Watch going down on the other side of the map. These fiends here. Lorimbo trying to be aggressive on the other side of the map and take down that collection array. However, Vector's now in the main. Let's see how these fiends are going to be able to deal with this. Again, the reduced speed of these units here may be a factor, but it looks like these Vectors are going to be able to take things out with relative ease.
Hey, any friend of this guy.
Okay, the fiends now coming out, going to start attacking again. Taking this fight on Shroud, a lot nicer of a fight currently. But it's all going to come down to who can get to that critical mass of units here. Couple of Fiends still available here. Captain Alex does have another Sovereign's Watch ready to go. And he's going to attack the Collection Array again. That Sovereign's Watch does go down. 2 Fiends are dealt with. Up to 4 Vectors now. Vectors going into the main. And I think this might be the end here for Lorimbo, as I just don't see how he's going to be able to handle this here. He does have enough Therium for a healthy amount of Gaunts here, but he's lacking on the Luminite. Okay, 2 Gaunts now out. If we can get these ranged units... Now, keep in mind, Vectors, they are light. Gaunts did a fairly decent job in the last patch being able to deal with them, but now that the Gaunts have that reduction to versus light, it's only a difference of 1 damage, I believe. Yeah, pulling the boys, trying to mess up the AI here. Captain Alex forced to try and do some target firing. Not many imps going down, though, in that exchange. And he needs to keep mining so he can keep pumping out these Gaunts here. He only has money enough for 2 more sets of Gaunts. Okay, another Sovereign's Watch going down over here, guys. I will say, Lorimbo sneaking out these Fiends pretty handily, though. And now Captain Alex is starting to mine with his prisms on the opponent's side of the match. Okay. Now up to 5 Vectors, though. This is quite a scary number here. The Fiends do get popped here. Good micro, though, from Captain Alex. And I believe that's just going to be a GG here, guys. It looked pretty solid in the early game. GG, well played. First map down. Captain Alex taking that one in relative ease, I would say. That cheese, which was looking almost unstoppable in the previous patch, is now not looking too difficult to deal with here. In the top right corner... I love the chat, dude. In the top right corner of the map, we're on Boneyard, guys. It is Captain Alex who's feeling good. Up a game, but I think maybe feeling, I would say maybe a bit shaken. Because that Vector cheese really wasn't looking all that strong. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, he's down a game, but he's not out yet. It is our Infernal player, Lorimbo, who's going for a very, very similar opening here. Okay, nice little collection array trick that you can do here for Celestials, which is to activate the Sovereign's Watch. It does not kill them all, unfortunately. Okay, Imp is going to come around. He's going to see the collection array at the natural here. So this is an expand first. Oh, and down goes the Shroud Stone at the natural here. Hexen just teleports back home. And Lorimbo now focusing on creeping. So it looks like it might not be a macro game, but we at least have not like a cheese. I say that as there's a Shroud Stone legitimately going down in Captain Alex's natural, but this isn't even considered a cheese nowadays, guys. This is just standard Infernal versus Celestial openings at this point. The Celestials expect the Shroud Stones. The Infernals are going to make the Shroud Stones. It's going to happen. Get used to it. It's here to stay, at least for a while. All right, now on the other side of the map here, Lorimbo just continuing to creep. And yeah, I don't even think, I mean, he needs to move away a single Argent here. So this really just slows down the creeping, but not even by all that much. Not even by all that much, to be honest. 3 Argents are out now. Health Camp's going to get finished off here. This gives Lorimbo a little bit of an edge in the early game, taking 2 camps before Captain Alex is fully able to take 1. But we have some Morph Cores now flying around on the map here. Let's take a look here. Lorimbo staying on that double Iron Vault, not mining any Therium quite yet. So focusing completely on just grabbing as much Luminite as he can. Okay, and a very, very heavy amount of Argents here from Captain Alex. That's their premier tier 1 unit, we'll say. And another collection array going down, so already expanding to a third quite quickly here for Captain Alex. Focusing on collection arrays as opposed to prisms. Only 2 prisms on the map currently. Okay, Lorimbo going to jump across here, kind of take a look. He's going to see the amount of Argents here, and I think he will try to go home with these Fiends. Ooh, a little bit delayed there. Loses 2 of them for free. Oh, Lorimbo, though. Maybe up to, maybe on to Captain Alex here. Oh, he's actually going to walk by the collection array, guys. Uh-oh. He's going to try and get on top of these Argents immediately here, and it looks like he will be able to. One of them going to go down. Ooh, and a big surround happening. Okay, splitting all the Brutes into Fiends here, trying to just jump on top of these Argents as quickly as possible, but there is Sovereign's Watch available. And again, Lorimbo, I don't think realized that that collection array was already down there. So he says, okay, knowing now that the Argents are out of position, he's going to try and go for this Vision Camp here, but the Morph Core does count as a unit, guys. He's not going to be able to take this back from Captain Alex. Fiends are going to actually... okay. They're actually going to go for the main instead. You're going to try and deal some pressure here. I don't think this is going to accomplish much, but it's going to force the Argents back home. Another Sovereign's Watch going down, just trying to force this energy expenditure here. Staying here, though, actually not going to move away and is going to try and force the lift on the collection array. Does manage to do so. So that's 20 seconds this collection array will not be mining, guys. Mind you, again, it did get buffed in the previous patch. So not as punishing as before, but still... quite a lot of economy being lost there for the next 20 seconds. Meanwhile, Lorimbo happily mining up 2 bases. Okay, still no Conclave. We're just pure Brute here. Pure Brute, pure Luminite plays. Still walling up a little bit this Luminite mine. And only a couple workers on Therium here. Up to almost 200 Therium so far. Not sure where we're going to try and dedicate this. But now it looks like Captain Alex might try to start coming across the map. Okay, third base does go down for Lorimbo here. Very spooky third base to place, in my opinion. Personally, I'm a bit of a bigger fan of the lined third here. But there's a big attack now happening. Argents are in the natural. The Fiends all get split once again. We're going to try and rush down these Argents. Going to go instead into the main and try to fight on Shroud. And actually going to be going for the health camp here. So many Argents, though, and they're able to get into such a good angle here. The Fiends not able to find the surround that they're looking for. Okay, and it's just Brute versus Argent. Fiends are trying to get as much damage in as possible. Some of the Imps even getting pulled just to try to add some additional DPS. But these Argents dealing so much damage, and they are non-stop streaming across the map here. Ooh, I feel like Lorimbo may be not seeing what this strategy was the whole time, which was just a big Argent push out of Captain Alex. GG gets called once again. In game number 2, going to Captain Alex. And I think, you know, guys, honestly, that a big turning point for that match there, I feel like, was the collection array attack that he did with the Fiends. Though was able to get the lift, losing so many of those Fiends in the early game for really just 20 seconds of delay. And now let's head, guys, into game number 3. As we take it down to Broken Crown in the top right corner of the map. It is Captain Alex. Up 2-0. Feeling pretty good about the game. The cheesers, the memers, they don't mind a bit of post-game shit talk. I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't see the previous chat. I didn't read it. Oh, God. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, guys, it is Lorimbo once again going for that double vault opener. Split Brutes to make it look more fair. Why would you kill your own units? Don't believe the propaganda. I hope every game is like this. All right, now Lorimbo making a very big adjustment to the build, saying, you know what? 1 Shroud Stone doesn't seem to be enough. What if I just go across the map and make 2? What if I just make 2 Shroud Stones instead? He just has the Imps here, threateningly, standing by. Imp is getting in some DPS here. There's the second one. Okay. All right. All right. Captain Alex once again going for early game Ethereum mining with this first prism. And I wonder if this is not going to be some vector rushing once again. It is a Guardian Nexus. He's going for the Kree this time, by the looks of things. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map here, just that double vault. The smartest amongst viewers might realize this build sucks ass, and you would be right. I don't know, dude. I love double. This is just like... It's just rude. Like, you just have this obnoxious fucking tower in your base now. Okay. Lorimbo now continuing to creep here. One thing this does do at minimum is it slows down the creeping from Captain Alex. Health camp does get taken here. And this can be actually a pretty decent early game advantage here for Lorimbo. I mean, he's up 22-7. This is a show match. This is a best of 7 between Captain Alex and Lorimbo. Two memer extremers, I should say. Okay, and it looks like we are going to be banking up a decent amount of Kree here. Captain Alex has a little bit of wiggle room up. Again, 2-0 at this moment in time. No expansion yet from Lorimbo. Says, I'm interested to see. I mean, they nerfed creeping, but how badly did they nerf creeping? Was it all that much, really? And it's just non-stop fiends and brutes here. This might actually be a one base all-in, to be honest. One funny thing you can do with these Shroud Stones is because this is Shroud here, right? You can throw down effigies on the opponent's side of the map and start shrouding up from over there. Okay, Lorimbo trying to find an angle maybe to attack in here, or just trying to dominate the map. Once again, no expansion still. Just meat farms and brutes, meat farms and brutes, meat farms and brutes. Gonna try to take the rest of the creeps on the map here. Vision camp does get taken. Captain Alex just ignoring these two Shroud Stones. Collection array over here. Now, Lorimbo does find the collection array. Two fiends scouting it out. So he sees, oh, okay, he's over here. And that might be the angle for the attack here. Sovereign's Watch just now getting used. Actually decides, you know what? I'm just going to go into the main. He does have two Shroud Stones here that he can always retreat back to. So actually, this feels kind of huge. If he can take fights in range of these Shroud Stones, look at those Kree already getting taken damage. Oh, it's so close. Yeah, he can just run his Hexen back here. He really doesn't have to worry too much about the pressure here. Sovereign's Watch does get taken. These brutes, though, maybe a bit far in, but there's so many brutes here. Sovereign's Watch so far away. And he goes back to the Shroud Stones to just regenerate that white health here. Now, the health camp does get taken. I think he is going to be going for it. He is. Even if he doesn't utilize it, that passive global HP per second is pretty huge. Okay, and it's a Kree versus Brute fight here. Kree deal pretty decent damage, mind you, against these fiends here. The Brutes, though, able to take relatively decent trades so far. More Brutes coming across the map here. Hexen going to retreat back to the safety of those two Shroud Stones. And though Captain Alex takes a pretty decent trade there, keep in mind, guys, he's got no health camps here. He's got no Shroud himself. He has to heal up using the energy from the fortress. And the brutes keep coming. Two fiends over at the speed camp here. Might try for some multi-prong pressure, and he does. He's going to try, even if this just forces the Sovereign's Watch over here. That's a Sovereign's Watch that he cannot use for his main. And now Captain Alex attacking into these Shroud Stones. I can't help but wonder, is this a bit of a mistake here? One Kree already going down. He is going to be able to maybe get this Hexen here. Oh, he just backs away. I think a little bit of a mistake here. One Shroud Stone does go down, but at the cost of like 4 Kree. I don't know if that was quite worth it. Oh, but it looks like Lorimbo does lose the Hexen. And another Fiend now at this collection array, trying to force Captain Alex to lift here. Now, I think a single Fiend does get past the regeneration, even if it's Surge here. Brutes going in once again here. The efficiency of Brutes, guys, of course, if you can manually split them into those Fiends and get that white health, it significantly changes those numbers up. And right now, Lorimbo just looking for any decent trades at all. If he can even pop 1 or 2 Kree for these exchanges, he's getting good value out of it. Okay, and the lift is forced here. And it looks like he lifted and is going to set it right back down. And here's the effigy. The effigy moving forward slightly. Damn, that heal is good. Okay. I mean, it is, but at the same time, I don't know about it. Okay, and now Captain Alex actually going to completely bypass here. He doesn't feel like he's going to be able to take the fights he needs to. His Kree rolling out on the map here. Now these Brutes will be able to charge in here and get as much damage done as they want to. Only one Sovereign's Watch is activated. The Kree now going to fight for the speed camp here. But keep in mind, Greater Shrine is down for Lorimbo here. So that means he can spawn in. He's got the 50 Animus even. So he is going to be able to spawn in the Super Shroud Stone. And I feel like this attack is just doomed to fail. This is a lot of Kree, but look at how well he's walled up this Luminite mine. The Kree fight in here. He drops the Super Shroud Stone in the backline to force as much DPS as possible here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the Brutes are dealing critical damage to Captain Alex's bases. He's got to break through with these Kree, but so many of them are going down, and I feel like that is just going to be GG for Captain Alex. I don't feel like he's going to be able to sustain after that amount of damage here. Today, it's me getting cannon rushed, and tomorrow it can be you. Stop them before it's too late. GG, well played, as Captain Alex taps out of game number 3, bringing our game total now 2-1, still in favor of Captain Alex. And they have fully leaned into the memes. They have fully leaned into the memes here. I love when 2 players are just completely happy to bant. If we head in now to game number 4, I wish I could tell you guys that I have an idea of how the rest of these games are going to go, but I just don't. All right, guys. We now head in to game number 4 of one of the most intense best of 7s I've ever had the pleasure of casting. The memes continue. In the top right corner of the map, it is Lorimbo taking game number 3. And in the bottom left corner, it's Captain Alex. Both players assuring the audience that they are the true memer of the game. All right, we're going double vault. I'm trying to maintain the serious level here. I'm trying. It's not working though. It's not working. All right, Hexen going across the map. Imp coming with him. It's going to be another Shroud Stone in the main. I really, truly do think this is just the way Infernal plays versus Celestials. Just a friendly Shroud Stone in the main. Now, double collection array? Wow. The greed out of Captain Alex is crazy. He got double Shroud Stone rushed in the natural last game. Now, he's like, you know what? What if I just make more collection arrays? Well, who cares if I lose one? Doesn't even matter. Now, Isle of Dread, of course, guys, this is the map we're on. It is quite a large rush distance here, so maybe Captain Alex really not afraid of any early game aggression here out of Lorimbo. Again, the Shroud Stone just going to force Captain Alex to lift up this collection array and go elsewhere, which now the closest one is going to be this camp here. Does put him in a little bit of an awkward position. But we'll see what he decides to do about it. Okay, second collection array is about to be finished up here. And the creeping continues here for Lorimbo, who again is favoring for a slow expand, shall we call it. There's the fast expand, and then there's the slow expand. Okay, Lorimbo sees the double collection array at the natural. Now the Shroud Stone in the main. I don't know if Captain Alex has this mapped out, like mathed out perfectly or not. Okay, he does lift it now. I like the Shroud Stone positioning here from Lorimbo. It does force the collection array to take this awkward, very roundabout turn. You see, like, they have to make this 3-point turn in order to get past the Shroud Stone. And now, Brutes, Fiends coming across the map. Keep in mind, though, Lorimbo's not going to have that Shroud Stone to really retreat to here. I think he's just trying to maybe aggressively take the speed camp, which it looks like Captain Alex mistakenly has not taken. I'm very curious why he hasn't actually taken this camp yet. Immediately going to be going for some Kree here, and he realizes maybe his mistake. As he now takes down that Shadow Mastiff. The creep camp will be available. He will be able to block this from being taken. At least for now, because you can hold a unit on the backside here, and this will force Lorimbo to actually engage here. But this attack is looking very scary here from Lorimbo as 5 Brutes suddenly just appear. He's going to try and take the speed camp again. Captain Alex has got to be careful. He's got to hold a unit. He does take the speed camp. Okay, Sovereign's Watch number 1 does get taken down here. The collection array is still not mining, so 1/3 of his economy, guys, is just down. Not including the prisms here. A couple of imps reinforcing and actually going to be building some Shroud Stones behind this. Again, Sovereign's Watch going to go down here. Going to try to save this Hexen, which he will be able to do so by eating that flower there. And 1 Creation Chamber is going to go down, denying that Kree from finishing. And he's just attacking into the Sovereign's Watch here. Brutes trying to find an angle. The AI being a little bit wonky there, getting stuck. Once again, another Sovereign's Watch coming down. And I feel like Lorimbo feels like he needs to take this fight, even if it's not all that great, because he wants these Shroud Stones to finish. If he can defend these Shroud Stones, his position is just going to be crazy, and they are finished up now. Now he gets the white health. Now he doesn't have to fight into Sovereign's Watch. The Creation Chamber going down. The Link Node trying to finish, but he is going to cancel it. And this just looks... I mean, I don't want to call it too early, guys, but this looks Jover. There's no mining in the main. Lorimbo now pressuring into the natural. Captain Alex trying to keep this last Argent alive, but the Fiends taking it down. Trying to get up to that mass number of Kree where his AoE attacks can just one-shot units. And now he's got these 2 Shroud Stones to back into if he needs to. More Creation Chambers coming down, but now the Power Banks going down here. 1 Brute giving these Kree a really hard time here as they're all so low HP. Where is the Arc ship in all of this? Am I blind here? Am I, like, where is it? I don't think he lost it, did he? No, it's over here. He's mining Therium from it. I see. Okay. Yeah, I feel like all Lorimbo has to do here is keep taking these power banks down. He's actually going to throw another Shroud Stone down over here. 2 more, in fact, as he's, wow, aggressively moving these imps across the map. And he is totally fine to just attack into Sovereign's Watch. He doesn't care. He just wants to buy time for these Shroud Stones to finish. Now, Captain Alex down 91 energy to 60. And these Fiends going to be able to take out 2 more of those Kree here. I mean, this just looks over. As soon as these Shroud Stones finish, I mean, where do these collection arrays go? Captain Alex needs to defend this position. He just does not have the ability to do so. He's trying to get as many Kree up as possible here. Another collection array goes down. Another Creation Chamber as well. I mean, let's see. I don't know. GG does get called, though. And that is going to be game number 4. All of these games ending so quickly. But let's go ahead, guys, into game number 5. All right. And we do have cross spawn on Lost Hope here in the top left corner of the map. Now suddenly up. Well, not up, but rather tying the score up, I should say, 2-2. In the top left corner of the map, it is Lorimbo, just GLHFs. Okay, I was like, are we just going to see GLHFs? And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is Captain Alex, maybe taking this game a little more seriously? We'll see. Not to say that they weren't taking the previous game seriously, guys. But certainly they were being silly billies. They were being silly billies. Captain Alex not responding, focusing purely on the build this time. The Hexen does get an immediate scout here. Very easy to scout on this map, guys. You actually only need to scout one location. He's trying to maximize his misery. Ah, perfect. That is the true way of an RTS player. All right, Shroudstone does go down here once again. And a collection chamber. Or, sorry, creation array. Creation chamber. God lord. I love the spirits of these two players, man. Okay, second Iron Vault coming down now for Lorimbo, who does drop the meat farm at the health camp. I think this is one of the better maps to do this on, with the health camp being so close to your main. Really don't have to go very far. The only other map, I think, Boneyard, has a closer one. All right, and it looks like this Shroudstone really not going to be too big of a deal here for Captain Alex to deal with. Yeah, I'm not going to get any damage done there. Does slow down the creeping, though, which is really, I think, all you can expect your Shroudstones to do at this point. Unless your opponent opens up super greedy, in which case then you might be able to just win the game. Okay, will we see an expand here from Lorimbo? It looks like possibly. Oh, the imp is going down to the natural. My god, it's the first expansion we've seen out of Lorimbo so far. My goodness, a shrine going down in the natural? A macro game? Could we be so blessed? I don't know, we'll wait and see. Okay, pulling 4 imps on Ethereum. I do have confirmation from my sources, yes. At least Lorimbo is trying to go for a macro game. We will see. I don't know that Captain Alex is, though. He does look like he is starting to mine some Ethereum. He's moving his Arc ship over to the 3rd. Moving his Morph Core there as well so he can get a smaller travel time for this Ethereum. As Lorimbo just starts taking the map. And again, this is one of the strengths of the Infernal versus Celestial, is they're just able to creep a lot faster. That Shroudstone not helping anything. And a Guardian Nexus going down. So again, we can expect to see the Kree. The Kree, of course, in patch 0.0.1, did get nerfed very heavily. They were a dominant unit being made in Celestial versus Infernal. But since they had a reduction to the amount of armor in their rollout from 50 to 0, that unit is really not made as heavily anymore here. Okay, Captain Alex, though, with a very large number of Argents here. 3rd base going down for Lorimbo. And everything just looks kind of hunky-dory here. We've got 2 players trying to creep the map. Taking that first Luminite camp there. Big surge of Luminite there for Captain Alex. Now on the top side here. 250 Ethereum. What are we doing with it? Where is it going? There's a Conclave. That's a good start, but we're still not spending any of it on anything. Very curious. Okay, there's the Greater Shrine. Now, Guardian Nexus is done. Actually going to be going for the Argent upgrade. Not really going to be making any Kree here, just making our Argents much better. 13% speed bonus. and a lot higher energy regeneration here. So that makes these Argents way scarier. We could be seeing another 3 collection array Argent rush here out of Captain Alex. Now, this is a much more difficult map to do that rush on for a couple reasons. Number one, the rush distance is so huge, and there's no creation chambers out on the map here. So the reinforced distance is going to be quite large. Oh, a scanner. Going to be going down here. This is a really cheeky move that the Celestials can play, where you put a scanner. Yeah, you instantly take the camp here, so he's going to get all this money. And then you put a scanner down and you set it to its invis perch mode. And so now, actually, Lorimbo is not going to be able to take this camp unless he brings a Hexen over, so that he can throw down some detection with the skull and then kill the scanner. So this is like permanently Captain Alex's until Lorimbo brings some detection to deal with it here. Beautiful play. Oh, I kind of like this, actually. Okay, so a couple things to note here. Hellforge goes down first. Ritual Chamber just now going down. And the Hellforge getting that cost reduction, not costing any Therium to make now, makes it way easier to just slip into builds. And then throws down the 50 Therium Super Shroud Stone. Or no. I believe he did. Sorry, I was maybe mistaken here, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. He may have gone for the Nightfall Infestation, but it looks like he spent a lot of that Animus here. So I think this was just a free Shroud Stone, guys. You don't have to only use it defensively. Putting it on cooldown and then just, getting a free Shroud Stone out of it, not a bad idea. And we see that he's upgraded it to a Wraith Stone. So that slow, that 40% movement speed slow, going to be huge here. On the other side of the map, Captain Alex going for an Ascension Matrix. Everybody, of course, knows what the Ascension Matrix can build for you. I know, you know. I don't really even need to go over the units that it's going to make. We all totally and 100% know what this thing does here. So just no reason to really even go over it. Okay. Therium Purifier here, and we do have ourselves a macro game. I am excited to say. Archangels coming out here on the side of Captain Alex. Question in the chat about the Wraith Stones here. Now, the Wraith Stones don't have that blast attack like the normal Shroud Stones do. People actually don't realize you can... Not everyone realizes you can upgrade Shroud Stones. This instead does a 40% movement reduction slow and a 2% health decay per second. So there you go, guys. That's what these... And they obviously have detection and Shroud, all that's the same. So there you go. Now, Archangels out on the map here. And we do see going towards the Animancer. So we want to get to that Master Adept training for Animancers so that they can use the Giant Storm Slow ability. I apologize, the name is escaping me here to what the exact name of that ability is called. But it's a huge ability to make versus Infernal and versus Vanguard for that matter. Lorimbo, though, going up to some heavy Brute Magmadon here. Getting the Reaper Rush, so we've already got Plague Axes. So now, again, Fiends. Oh, and a huge attack here from Captain Alex. So, again, these Archangels actually very good at harassing. Does throw down a Super Shroud Stone. He's got to be careful here. Maybe a little bit out of where the range should have been there, but tries to catch it as soon as possible. That jump down ability, though, instantly kills a full HP imp. So if your imps are actually kind of bunched up here, you can see he just got 6 over here at this mine, and at least 3 here. I think maybe even a little more. I think Lorimbo remade some there. But beautiful play there from Captain Alex. I actually don't know. I think the Archangel maybe died, though. I think I missed it. If that's the case, whoops. And look at this. What the heck are we doing here? Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going over here. He's got the Arc Fortress. Wait a second. Is he going to go for the never-seen world-first gateway ability? Hold on a moment, guys. This is an Arc Fortress sneak, I should say. That would be that would be kind of a crazy play. Now, over here, keep in mind, there's really no point to have vision over here for anybody. Like, this is just a widely unseen area. And again, we can see the Archangel Harass still doing very well here. Oops. Lorimbo attacking his own ritual chamber in confusion. It hurt itself in the confusion. And now a couple of Shadow Flyers going to be joining the game. No, it's just going to be a creation chamber. So he moves. Oh, wait a second. That was the Morph Core. Oh my goodness. I think we are going to see it, guys. I don't want to get too excited here. But I think we are going to see it. And Lorimbo just has no idea that this is happening. Again, there's just not really a point to having vision over here. 3 link nodes going down. A power bank as well here. A collection array as well. And look at this outpost attack, for lack of a better word here, from Captain Alex. And now this is the prime array. These Argents going to be coming from the back here. Lorimbo is going to go, well, wait, what? What do you mean? But he's just going to take this fight. Instead, the Animancer Storm, though, coming down. The Magmadon's trying to stomp into it. Goes for the big Nightfall, but no micro at all as these Magmadons crash in here. These Archangels trying to jump down and assist in the fight. But look at how much damage those Magmadons were able to get done there. Those Argents didn't move an inch. Oh my god. A huge misplay, I think, from Captain Alex here as these Magmadons get a huge surround. That damage they did. Absolutely insane. Losing all of these Animancers as well. And I loved this play from Captain Alex in the top corner, trying to go for some aggression. But it's just not enough. There's a huge army now on Captain Alex's doorstep, and I think that's just going to be GG, guys. I don't see how it's possible that Captain Alex holds this one after such a huge fight for Lorimbo in the middle of the map here. All of these buildings going to be going down here. Fiends attacking at the third base, and Animancer misrallied now into the army as well. Oh, man. His army was looking pretty good there. I mean, the Magmadon certainly just getting way too close, being able to stomp into all the Argents there. Captain Alex on the other side is going to keep trying to play this one out here, but with only a few Argents, I just don't see how it's going to be possible for him to take this game any longer. Ah, what an unfortunate situation there for Captain Alex. This was such a cool play, too. I mean, I don't think he's out. I mean, I think he's going to keep trying to play it out, guys. Of course, in this type of situation, it may seem to us like, you know, hey, man, the writing's on the wall. There's just not really going to be a way for you to defend and actually take the win here. But we don't, you know, he doesn't know, right? He's able to take down that shrine at the third. He takes down the shrine at the natural as well. I did miss the Arc Station nuking the shrine. Huge mistake from me. Sorry about that, guys. But suddenly now, Lorimbo down to 2 base mining. I did. The Arc Station, I totally forgot it could even do that. Completely nuking 2 of the shrines from Lorimbo here. And I love this little fortification here, but it's just not going to be enough, unfortunately, here as Captain Alex tries to defend this last bastion of defense for the Celestials here. Lorimbo, though, going to take the game. GG does get called. And what such a cool idea from Celestials here. Just this mid-map fight just going so poorly for Captain Alex. Very, very well played, though, from Lorimbo. Super nicely done. Now, up in the game 3-2. But let's not take away from the game here as we head into game number 6, Titan's Causeway. Spawning in the top right corner of the map. Who's up now 3-2? It is Lorimbo. The pressure is high. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is his opponent, the memer extremer himself as well, the Celestial player, Captain Alex. The battle is boosted and the game is hyped. Nobody told me this game had elks. This game does have elks. Okay. Someone demote angry Italian man to toxic Italian man. Okay. Lorimbo checking to see. Did he double expand the collection array? No, he didn't. Imp is just going to go over here. It's trying to actually... What is happening here is it's trying to make a Shroud Stone on that location. Mamma mia. Oh! And he's actually going to create a creation chamber here, so it's going to make the Imp a little bit more difficult, actually, to make this Shroud Stone. Is it even going to do so? I'm confused here. Okay, we see no Therium mining. Imp is just going to head into the main instead. Throws down a Shroud Stone there. Hexen calls it a day, but an Argent already out on the map here for Captain Alex, and I think this Shroud Stone is just going to get dealt with very easily. Really nice building blocking there. That was actually sick. Okay, and we're double creation chamber here. Start up the Sovereign's Watch onto the creep camp. Lorimbo starting to take some creep camps of his own here. More brutes coming across the map. It's a double Iron Vault play. We've seen Lorimbo's brute control. Pretty damn skippy. Oh, and the Shroud Stone barely finishes there and gets taken out by those Argents there. Okay, and the creeping continues here for Lorimbo. Are we going to see a shrine? Oh, or are we going to see the same double Shroud Stone pressure as before? Now, slightly concerned here because in the previous game, Isle of Dread, where he followed up with 2 imps, I feel like the early game for Lorimbo was much stronger. He was able to get that collection array in the main to lift. And also, Captain Alex opened up double collection array before making a creation chamber. So these 2 imps are just going to get found here. Meat farm does go down. Trying to save it. Oh, a little bit of miss micro. Actually, I think attacks that camp. I think he meant to attack the meat farm. We'll see. It does activate them. Oh, but they're not going to start attacking the meat farm here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Wow, crazy games happening. Crazy plays. So the meat farm over here, guys. So what the meat farm does, not only does it give you the structure to tank these camps, the fell hogs as well that spawn assist you in DPSing the camps down, and they act as a unit for the Infernals. So that means that this camp can't just be taken by having a unit sitting in here. They actually have to kill all the fell hogs first. Okay, here. Captain Alex, though, taking the speed camp. We have a creation chamber on the other side of the map here, so it looks like it's just going to be that double collection array Argent spam. But no natural here from Lorimbo to defend. Look at this, 2 imps again. He lost 1 imp before. Oh, he runs by the creation chamber. This is a huge find here for Lorimbo. If he finds this quickly and actually take it out here, but what does Captain Alex decide to do? He's actually going to back up here. This is a bit awkward of a position for Captain Alex. I thought maybe he would try to be diving the main, but it looks like both players uninterested in defending their structures. They're just going to try to go for the win. In a good old-fashioned base trade, I suppose. More Shroud Stones coming down here. Argents now moving around the side. Lorimbo has got to make this work. He cannot make it back to his side of the map in time, as Argents now are just starting to attack these imps. There's so many Argents back here on the other side of the map, though, and the health camp being taken here for Captain Alex means that this fight's going to go much better for him than it did previously. Such a beautiful corner position here, and I think Lorimbo, unfortunately, is not going to be able to sustain in this, as Argents find their way into the main, take out the imps, and GG does get called. A bit of a ships passing in the night moment as both armies moving past each other. What a crazy, goofy game. All right, and we go all the way here. 3-3, as if specifically set up by our players to go the distance in this best of 7. 3-3 scripted. Alrighty, guys, and we are going to head into the final map of this best of 7 series. Let's give it up. Show your support. Who do you want to win as we head to Secluded Grove for our final map of this series here?
I just want to thank you guys for subscribing to the Goblin King's channel. Way to go, big spender.
Hey, thanks for the Prime Gaming. In the top right corner of the map, hoping to take this series, it is your Infernal player, Lorimbo. And that means spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, wearing the blue celestial skin. It's Captain Alex. The memes continue. Creation chamber first. No collection array expand here. Captain Alex says, I'm not putting up with your shit anymore, buddy. I'm making a goddamn freaking Argent straight away. Do not put a Shroud Stone in my main. I will not allow it. Okay, so the intelligent viewers will know that this actually puts Celestials behind by a fair bit, because going Creation Chamber first, they're going to just be behind on economy here. However, Captain Alex, not going to be as far behind as if he just went for this chamber here. He is making prisms off the back of this. So a bit safer of an opener, but not as high of an economy play. But it looks like Lorimbo not interested in going for an economy play himself. More brutes. Oh, look at this. Just a meat farm. Just a casual meat farm over here on this side of the map. Is this an aggressive meat farm? No. It's just next to a Luminite mine. It's not like Captain Alex wants to eventually take this or anything like that. You would be silly to think Captain Alex would be going for an expansion in this game. And here's a Felhog. Just going to deal some friendly DPS. He just leaves it, actually. He's like, I don't care. You can have it. That's amazing. All right. Both players creeping. This is, you know, again, just currently the way Stormgate is played, guys. You creep the camps, you take the map, you get your resources. Once the easy camps are done, that really decides whether or not you're going to expand. And we do see a shrine here from Lorimbo. Or if you're going to stay on one base. And it looks like, oh, big play here, actually. I think Lorimbo going to have a very strong sense of what's happening here because of that fiend. Captain Alex now going, of course, for the center of the map here. He will need to... Oh, well, never mind. I am super wrong. Guys, I don't know anything about this game, so never mind. He is going for an Argent Rush. Tried and true Argent Rush. He's going to be taking the Vision Camp here. Now, no Therium mining going down here. Shrine is almost finished up in the natural. But whereas Lorimbo has focused a little bit on economy here, Captain Alex has focused on making Argents. And it really is going to come down to this first clash here. Can Lorimbo get the engage he needs? Not starting like that. 3 Fiends going down immediately here. Now, Argents don't necessarily do wonderful damage to Fiends, and he splits all of his Brutes immediately there. And gets an absolutely huge surround on these Argents, but is the DPS going to be enough? It looks like it might be. These Argents so low HP here. The Fiends now starting to break through these Argent lines. This Hexen dealing DPS in the back here, and wonderful multitasking here from Lorimbo, who immediately jumps on these Argents in the back. And what looked like a very scary number of Argents here from Captain Alex suddenly just gets completely dealt with by this double vault opener. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, now suddenly the supply 29 to 39. There's a few Argents out on the map here. But Captain Alex is stuck. I mean, he can try to expand into the center of the map here, but there is nothing stopping Lorimbo from just attacking these trees down to try and push this location. And Lorimbo is not going to give him a moment to breathe. More Fiends coming in, trying to deal with these Argents before they can get up to a critical number again here. But the positioning here of the Argents is so good, getting so much DPS out of this here. But with how well that early fight went, the number differential here is just too much, I think, in Lorimbo's favor. As Captain Alex starts bleeding these Argents down here. The Fiends starting to chase them down, and now there are more Brutes than Argents, which means there are even more Fiends that he's going to have to deal with here.
Is a friend of John
the Argent count getting reset once again here. The Creation Chamber trying to get one more Argent done. But I just don't see a way Captain Alex is going to be able to stay in this game. The Brute count, the Fiend count keeps rising. He's got a second Shrine, guys. He's already fully saturated on the natural here. Captain Alex went full in on trying to get as many Argents as possible, and that first clash just went so horribly for him. And now the Creation Chambers are getting dealt with. He's going to try to hold into the main here and see if he can get up. Again, if he can get to a critical number of Argents, maybe this fight goes okay here. But being down to just a single Creation Chamber, and Lorimbo can do whatever he really wants to on the back of this here. If he wants to tech, he can go into a Ritual Chamber. I mean, he's got a Greater Shrine already on the way. And he can still just be aggressive here. Now, these Brutes, I think, will get taken out. Beautiful looking micro here from Captain Alex, pulling back that low HP Argent. Really well done there. Oh, but the Skull, though, gonna be able to find its target. And is Captain Alex gonna be able to hold here, or is this just gonna be too much here? The wall finally breaks. The Fiends do get in. The Argent's going down. The power banks not able to keep up with the energy demand, and only one Argent remains here. Oh, and I think this is it for Captain Alex. An effigy goes down. Where is the damage? Why does it deal 0 damage to Fiend? Where is the skill? Oh my goodness. Oh. And I think we're playing it out for the memes. He tried his best to not get Infernals nerfed, but at the end, the truth is clear. And GG, well played, gets called from Captain Alex in game number 7, which means that Lorimbo is the victor in this Stormgate Weekend Showdown. Congratulations, taking the series 4-3 against Captain Alex. Beautiful games from both of our players there. That final game, I really thought, man, the Argents, they're going to do so well here. There's so many of them, but just getting that huge Fiend surround on that first initial Argent ball, I couldn't believe that went so well for Lorimbo there. Wow,
Hey,
just an
any
incredible
friend of
game,
this guy
guys.
is
An
a friend
incredible
of John
series.
Gobblecat of Necro
Make sure to congratulate both players for a wonderful, wonderful series of 7. Going the distance, And man, Captain Alex trying to hold out there till the end, but Lorimbo proving that he was the one to take the series.